also services related to, as I said, the education and the training programs.
Who will own this shipyard? This port will be controlled by Alutrend. Would it be controlled by the government? And the shipbuilding complex that you were talking about, who would actually be financing this and who would own it?
Well, NEC is the landlord for the area. They own the deepwater port that was recently built, which can accommodate large Panamax-sized vessels, which are approximately 1,000 feet in length, and carry a draft of some 40 feet. Basically, what we are looking at is exploring the possibility of entering some sort of lease arrangement where we have our shipbuilding and repair development company that would lease and then sublease to our stakeholders, which, as was mentioned, is approximately 30 stakeholders, which includes some 5 international maritime organizations. The companies within the cluster, some of them are traded on the local as well as foreign exchanges. So the question of finance, that's not really a big issue for us.
Andre Persad, tell us, does the rest of the world know that Trinidad and Tobago is open for business in terms of shipbuilding and repair? How did we get the word out, and what has been the response?
Well, the shipbuilding and repair cluster, through its cluster members, and especially Wilfred, has been marketing this country as an avenue for shipbuilding and ship repair through the company's website, through its newsletters, through press releases. We've also put articles out in some of the major maritime newsletters and magazines. Maritime Reporter is actually one of them. I could show it here. And this magazine, Maritime Reporter, and many others are some of the largest readerships in the world. So by putting it out there, we are going to get a lot of exposure, and that will bring a lot of interest and a lot of questions, I'm sure.
Now, has the interest been expressed? Now, you talk about having it published, and that's a great thing when you have it published and the information is out there. But what has the response been? In the last year, in the last 2 years, in the last 5 years, have we seen this stirred interest in the international community to come to Trinidad and think, okay, I'm going to get my ship repaired here? Because I think Jessie smiled at the fact that so Walter Riley.
Great historical
background. I know, I saw that your face lit up with that little story there.
Well, yes, in the last 26 months, we have received approximately inquiries to the value of 2.5 billion TT dollars. The question now is to convert these inquiries into actual signed contracts. And that's the issue we face. And with the new government, we need support with regards to this. For example, we need to get our headquarters, which we have been asking the ministry to provide, similar to the entertainment company, the seafood development company, so that when these foreign investors, ship owners, managers come to our shores, we have a front where they are welcome, to express their intentions and interests.
What else needs to be put in place to make investing in this particular cluster or sector attractive? And I'm talking legislatively here now.
Well, presently, the Ministry of Trade and Industry is looking to revise the Investment Act. That's an ongoing process. And again, it will suit new industries to our country, especially ones that targeting the diversification of our economy. So naturally, tax incentives, duty-free exemptions, even free zones would come in all handy for this sort of S&R industry.
And in terms of production inputs, I mean, has there been any talk of special arrangements for materials and equipment that you may need to import to do the kind of work that you need to do in the cluster?
Well, fortunately for Trinidad and Tobago, as Andre said, being so heavily involved in the energy sector, a lot of materials as well as logistic capabilities have been developed and are available locally. So this will fit in well with what we already have. So the transition we expect to be rather smooth from, let's say, the energy to the non-energy sector with concerned shipbuilding and repair.
Now, in terms of the consultations that you're having with the Libre community at this time, how many consultations have you had thus far? What has the response been? And also the port facilities and the repair facilities that you speak of, are these facilities completed, or how far, again, do we have to go before we can actually say that these are completed facilities in Trinidad and Tobago?
Well, actually, Friday was our 4th community meeting on the invitation of the residents of Libre. And the response and feedback has been wonderful. They have seen the benefits already to be derived by this industry. And, you know, it's a win-win situation, as I said, you know, and these sort of things.
Andre Persad, you wanted to add?
Yeah, I think that in addition to what Wilfred said, the Labrik residents have concerns, just like they would have with any other development that's been done in the area, or in fact any part of Trinidad for that matter. But I think what's important is that we, as a company, the Shipyard and Repair Development Company or cluster, needs to just address those concerns in a very professional manner, which I think Wilfred and the cluster has been doing that. The approach this time around has been more of a take ownership type approach, where we lobby the residents rather than try to say, well, this is what's going to happen in your area. So let's have some discussion. Let's have some talk about it. Let's voice the concerns. Let's get the answers to the concerns, and let's share it, you know, and then let's move forward together in this venture rather than say, well, you know, this is what's going to happen.
Is there a link at all between the cluster and the University of the Trinidad and Tobago? Because I know that UTT has its own Maritime Studies division. Has there been a formal link between that and the cluster?
Well, actually, the UTT Maritime campus, which is based in Chaguaramas, they have previously expressed an interest with working with us to develop the necessary curriculum with regards to ship repairs, shipbuilding, you know. However, we have to, with a change of government, we have to go through all of this over again.
But dialogue has started in that area?
Yes, very preliminary though.
Okay.
So we can probably see a future where people interested in being involved in the industry would be getting their certification from UTT to work in the cluster?
Yes, including we have other stakeholders. For example, there's a company involved called Wärtsilä. They're one of the largest ship engine manufacturers. They have an academy that is well known called Land and Sea Academy, and they offer what we call approved certified courses in all aspects of maritime industry, including ship repairs. So we hope to have some discussions with Wärtsilä with regards to opening a training center that is internationally recognized. Wärtsilä already has these sort of training centers in Finland, United States, India. And who knows, possibly in a short space of time, they might consider Labrie, Trinidad as another venue.
We have people sending in text messages wanting to know how to get involved.
Right.
Very good question. We have a website. It's www.tts-r.com. We have all our contact information on the website, and it's available 24/7 online.
Okay. So let's very quickly remind everyone, we've been chatting with Wilfred Gannes. He's the chairman and CEO of SNR Shipbuilding and Repair, as well as Andre Persad, the principal consultant for Meridian Maritime Consulting, basically here to spread the gospel about a new area of economic activity and possibly investment for Trinidad and Tobago. We're talking about the shipbuilding and repair cluster or sector. And when will be the next consultation in the Brio? Have they all wrapped up?
Well, actually, we have been invited this Wednesday once again to have a consultation at Union Village. So every week it's a different village, a different venue.
Okay. And both these gentlemen and the team involved in making the cluster work, they're hoping that this would make the turnaround for the Trinidad and Tobago economy and reduce our reliance on the energy sector. Gentlemen, good luck with all of your efforts, and congratulations on, you know, taking that quantum leap forward in this regard, and keep us updated as to how things are going, particularly with regard to the certification and accreditation aspect of it. We're going to take a quick break here on First Up, and when we come back, more news making on the program.